Hello guys and welcome. We are back with another review, and as you can see we are reviewing the Mandalorian Ahsoka. This is the single one that came out on her own. I've been on the fence with this one and I'm glad I finally got it. It is probably, I'd say, one of the best Black Series figures of recent times. I mean, having played around with it, nothing to fault really so far. So but we'll get into review and we'll get into all the details and stuff. As you can see though, we're off to a good start. She's balanced, so that is something I haven't been able to do with the other Ahsokas. So what we'll do is we'll get into what she came with, and then we'll get onto her articulation. Right, so let's just move her legs. She's quite stiff, but she is just out of the box. So alright, so she came with both her lightsabers. Obviously the small one, and they're a lot different to the Rebels one. They're a lot more white, less see-through sort of thing, so I think they're better really. I'll get the Rebels Ahsoka out towards the end of the video, so you can do a little comparison. But I mean, the typical kind of silver paint, nothing really much going on. You can take the lightsaber actually out of the hilt as well. They do attach onto her waistband here, but I've never done that with any figures. I mean, I just have them holding lightsabers. And then this one seems very oversized, but I mean it works, but it does seem really big. But again, same sort of paint job, nothing much. Got a bit of sculpting on this one, it's quite nice. But yeah, just silver, and then the solid white lightsaber, which I think is a lot better. And they're a lot thicker, the lightsabers, and some other figures as well, whereas the thinner lightsabers, you seem to a lot more scared of breaking and snapping, so thick lightsabers a lot better. Right, so we'll get into the figure details. So having looked at this head sculpt, nothing to fault. I mean, it looks just like the actress, I forget her name, but just like the actress. And it's nice to finally have an Ahsoka that kind of looks like a real person. So she fits in more with the line. And yeah, nothing to fault with the head sculpt. Tendrils, brilliant. So nothing wrong up there. And this figure, for a Black Series figure, has butterfly joints. And that's really nice to see, especially on a Black Series figure. You rarely get them. I mean, they're not like massive butterfly joints. They're like, kind of, I mean, they are moving, but they're not, I wouldn't say they're butterfly joints, but her shoulders do move inside there as well. Arm goes up that far, back that far, forward that far. You've got shoulder rotation, no bicep swivel, and you've got single jointed elbows, but still doesn't really hinder it. I mean, it gets into quite a nice angle just with the single, so no problem there whatsoever. Getting into the hand, just a wrist swivel on this. I mean, the hands are so small, so you can't really get a hinge in there, so it's not got a hinge joint, but no problem. And it's the same with this arm as well. So get into abs, ab crunch. Well, backwards goes that far, and forwards not that far. It's hindered by the what's it called? Belt. That's it. And then she can do a full rotation at the waist. Legs, I mean, you can get them as far apart as any human would be able to, and she does balance when she's holding the lightsabers. See if I can balance her without them. No, but yeah, so you can get the splits in there, do some high kicks, so that's good. Legs go forward that far and back not that far. I mean, most figures, they don't go back far at all anyway. Knees, I mean, they're single jointed, but they, I mean, no problem really. I mean, they go back that far, but you can still get some cool poses and stuff in with that. And it's also hidden. It's like on the throne room boba. It's like hidden behind the trouser, so it's quite a nice little design really they've got on that. And then it's got upper thigh, well, I wouldn't say it's upper thigh, I'd say it's more knee rotation. It rotates just here rather than up here. I mean, she does have, no, she doesn't have rotation there. She does rotate there, but like she does have means of it rotating here, but it doesn't really move much, so it gets hindered by the belt. And feet go down that far, up that far, and then side to side. And it's nice to have a female figure that actually stands. I mean, the feet are big enough for it to actually hold the figure. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my other two Ahsokas here, and we'll do a little comparison. I mean, one of them I do like, one of them I don't, but we'll get into that. But this one is probably my new favourite Ahsoka. Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to have one that's more human looking, well, not human looking, but more realistic, I guess. So let's stand her there. We've got season 7 Clone Wars Ahsoka, and then we've got the Rebels, the original Rebels Ahsoka, if she stands. There we go. So with these two Ahsokas at the side, pretty much all you can do is get them into that sort of standing pose. I mean, as you saw at the start of the video, I had the new Ahsoka in a one-legged pose, balanced as well. So something you can't really do with these ones because their feet are so small. So I mean, I'm not going to do an articulation, but that's as far as that Ahsoka goes with legs. You saw how far the new one went, and it's the same with this one. That's as far as the legs go. So I mean, putting articulation into it and details into it, this has got to be one of the best Black Series figures of recent. I mean, I've got nothing really to fault with it at all. Paint applications great, details on the face are great, sculpt's great, articulation good as well for what it is. I mean, a lot of Black Series figures, the articulations, you can see the articulations there, but they can't do it, and this does everything you'd expect it to do and more. So definitely worth picking it up. I was on the fence with this one, but I'm glad I finally got it. Seeing it in store, I bought this in store in Smith's, and seeing it on the actual shelf, I thought actually that looks pretty good. So yeah, I just picked her up and glad I did. So hope you've all enjoyed. Don't forget to stay tuned for photos at the end of the video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.